There are people in your life right now who do not truly wish you well. They smile in your presence, they engage in polite conversation, they may even call themselves your friends or family. But beneath the surface, hidden behind carefully chosen words and calculated expressions, there is resentment, jealousy, or even outright hatred. The famous psychologist Carl Jung spent much of his life studying human nature, and he understood that the most dangerous forms of hatred are often the ones that remain unspoken. People rarely declare their true feelings openly, but their actions, their energy, and the small moments of disrespect they allow to slip through all reveal what they truly think of you. As we age, we tend to believe that wisdom protects us from deception, that experience allows us to see people for who they really are. But the truth is, human nature remains complex, and even in our later years, there are those who will pretend to care while secretly resenting us. Recognizing this hidden hatred is not about paranoia, it is about self-preservation. It is about understanding that not everyone in your life has good intentions, that some relationships continue out of habit rather than genuine affection, and that there are those who will stay close to you not because they love you, but because they want to see you struggle, fail, or remain in a place where they feel superior to you. One of the clearest signs that someone secretly hates you is subtle disrespect disguised as humor. They make jokes at your expense, comments that feel slightly off but are followed by a laugh, just kidding, or a quick reassurance that you are being too sensitive. This type of disguised hostility is one of the most common forms of hidden hatred. Carl Jung understood that people often project their own insecurities onto others, and when someone resents you, they will find ways to undermine you without making it obvious. The laughter is not a sign of friendliness, it is a mask, a way to release their true feelings while maintaining the appearance of civility. Another undeniable sign is their lack of genuine happiness for your success or well-being. When you share good news, do they truly celebrate with you, or do they offer a half-hearted response, a forced smile, a quick subject change? People who secretly dislike you cannot stand to see you thrive. They may pretend to be supportive, but there is a visible tension in their reactions, a hesitation before they offer congratulations, or a subtle attempt to downplay your accomplishments. Jung believed that the human psyche is deeply influenced by shadow emotions. Jealousy, resentment, and insecurity often manifest in ways that people themselves do not fully recognize. Those who secretly hate you may not even be aware of the depth of their feelings, but their body language and energy will always give them away. One of the most damaging aspects of having someone in your life who secretly resents you is the emotional drain it creates. You may not fully understand why, but their presence leaves you feeling exhausted, uneasy, or undervalued. You might find yourself replaying conversations, questioning whether you said something wrong, or wondering why you feel so drained after spending time with them. This is because your subconscious mind picks up on hostility before your conscious mind does. Jung believed that the unconscious mind is always aware of truth, even when we try to ignore it. If being around a certain person leaves you feeling depleted rather than uplifted, it is worth questioning why. Another sign of hidden hatred is when someone consistently dismisses your experiences, emotions, or concerns. They may interrupt you when you speak, downplay your feelings, or make you feel as though your opinions are not valid. This behavior is not always overt. It can be as simple as a repeated pattern of indifference, a refusal to engage in meaningful conversation, or a tendency to talk over you when you express yourself. Someone who truly respects and cares for you will listen with interest, validate your feelings, and acknowledge your experiences. But those who secretly dislike you will make you feel as though your words carry little weight, as though your presence is tolerated rather than cherished. Jealousy is another strong indicator of hidden resentment. While some jealousy is natural in human relationships, there is a toxic form of envy that leads people to secretly despise those who have what they lack. If someone constantly compares themselves to you, subtly competes with you, or seems irritated when you experience happiness, their jealousy may have evolved into deeper resentment. Jung's theories on the shadow self explain this behavior well. People who refuse to confront their own insecurities will project their frustrations onto others. They will dislike you not for who you are, but for the parts of yourself that remind them of their own perceived shortcomings. The most dangerous individuals are those who secretly wish for your failure while pretending to be supportive. These people may give bad advice, subtly discourage you, or plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They might say things like, "Are you sure you can handle that?" Or, "That sounds risky for someone your age." They frame their words as concern, but their true intention is to keep you small, to make you second-guess yourself, to ensure that you never rise above them. These individuals may appear friendly, but their actions reveal their true intent, to keep you in a place where they feel superior, where they can quietly relish your setbacks while still maintaining the illusion of being on your side. Trusting your instincts is crucial when dealing with people who secretly dislike you. Your body and mind pick up on energy before your rational thoughts catch up. If something feels off about a person, if you notice patterns of subtle disrespect, if you feel unappreciated or belittled in their presence, pay attention. Do not dismiss your feelings as overthinking or paranoia. Jung believed that the unconscious mind holds deep wisdom, and when you start recognizing the signs of hidden hatred, it is not because you are imagining things, it is because your mind has already gathered enough evidence to sense the truth. Understanding who in your life truly values you and who secretly resents you is not about creating conflict or cutting people off impulsively. It is about self-respect. It is about knowing who deserves your time, your energy, and your kindness. Some people will never openly express their hatred, but their actions will always tell the truth. The question is whether you are willing to see it. Recognizing that someone secretly harbors resentment or hatred toward you is only the first step. The next, and perhaps the most difficult part, is deciding what to do with this knowledge. It is tempting to confront them, to demand an explanation, or to seek closure, but Carl Jung's insights into human nature suggest a different approach. He understood that people are often ruled by their unconscious emotions, that much of their behavior is driven by fears, insecurities, and unresolved wounds from their past. This means that even if you were to ask them directly, "Do you secretly dislike me?" they might not even be able to admit it to themselves, let alone to you. Instead of wasting your energy trying to force someone to be honest about their feelings, the real solution lies in how you respond and protect your own peace. One of the most important things you can do when dealing with hidden resentment is to create emotional distance. You do not have to immediately cut ties or make dramatic statements, but you can begin to slowly detach from those who bring negativity into your life. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people. If you leave their presence feeling drained, uneasy, or undervalued, that is your subconscious mind telling you that this relationship is taking more from you than it is giving. Jung believed that our unconscious minds always reveal the truth before our conscious minds catch up, and the more you trust those instincts, the easier it becomes to distance yourself from those who do not truly wish you well. There is a power in refusing to engage with negativity. People who secretly dislike you often expect a reaction. They want to see you flustered, defensive, or hurt. When you remain calm, when you do not give them the emotional response they seek, you take away their power. Silence, in these situations, is not weakness, it is wisdom. By refusing to entertain their negativity, you protect your energy and show them that their opinions and hidden resentments have no control over your life. This is one of the strongest forms of self-respect, and it forces them to confront their own emotions rather than using you as an outlet for their frustrations. One of the more subtle ways people reveal their hidden dislike for you is through passive-aggressive behavior. They might offer backhanded compliments, make sarcastic remarks, or accidentally exclude you from things. These small actions are designed to make you question yourself, to chip away at your confidence without giving you anything obvious to call out. When you recognize these behaviors, the best response is not to get pulled into their game but to respond with unwavering confidence. Carl Jung often spoke about how people who project negativity onto others do so because they cannot handle their own internal conflicts. By refusing to react emotionally, you remind them that their attempts to undermine you are ineffective and that their insecurities are theirs to deal with, not yours. Another important aspect of dealing with hidden resentment is setting clear boundaries. There is a common belief, especially among older generations, that maintaining relationships, even toxic ones, is a duty. Family members, old friends, or long-term acquaintances often remain in people's lives simply because of history rather than mutual respect. But Jung's work emphasized the importance of authenticity in relationships. If someone secretly dislikes you, if they undermine you in small ways, if their presence drains your energy, then history alone is not a reason to keep them close. You are not obligated to maintain relationships that make you feel small or unappreciated. Setting boundaries is not about confrontation, it is about self-care. If that means spending less time with certain people, limiting how much you share with them, or even walking away entirely, then that is your right. The mistake many people make when they discover hidden resentment is trying to change the other person's feelings. They wonder if they did something wrong, if they can fix the relationship, or if they should try harder to be liked. But the reality is that you are not responsible for someone else's emotions. If they dislike you, if they feel threatened by your happiness, if they harbor jealousy or resentment, that is their burden to carry, not yours. Carl Jung believed that people's judgments of others are often reflections of their own internal struggles. Someone who secretly hates you may not even hate you for anything you did, but because something about you triggers their own insecurities. Maybe it is your confidence, your independence, or the way you have found peace with yourself. Whatever the reason, it is not your job to shrink yourself to make someone else feel comfortable. The more you focus on your own growth and happiness, the more you will see who is truly happy for you and who only pretends to be. Real friends, true supporters, and people who genuinely care for you will celebrate your success, encourage your journey, and uplift you when you need it. Those who secretly dislike you will do the opposite. They will make passive comments to make you doubt yourself, they will withdraw when you are happy, and they will quietly root against you while maintaining a mask of politeness. One of the most liberating things you can do is let go of the need to be liked by everyone. In younger years, there is often a desire to be accepted, to fit in, to be seen in a positive light by as many people as possible. But as you grow older, you begin to realize that not everyone is meant to walk with you on your journey. Some people will dislike you no matter what you do, and that is okay. What matters is that you surround yourself with those who truly value and respect you, rather than wasting your time on those who secretly wish you harm. Jung's teachings remind us that every person carries both light and shadow within them. Some embrace their own shadows and use them as a tool for self-awareness, while others deny them and project their darkness onto those around them. When someone secretly dislikes you, it is often because they are at war with themselves, not because of anything you have done. Recognizing this allows you to detach emotionally, to stop taking their actions personally, and to move forward without carrying the weight of their negativity. Life is too short to waste time on those who do not truly value you. The more you focus on your own peace, your own happiness, and your own personal growth, the more you will naturally attract the right people into your life. And as for those who secretly resent you, let them watch in silence as you continue to thrive. Their hatred does not belong to you, it belongs to them. When you finally realize that someone secretly resents you, the most important thing to understand is that their feelings have nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Carl Jung believed that people project their own unresolved emotions onto others, and often, those who dislike you in secret are struggling with their own insecurities, fears, and failures. They see something in you, your confidence, your peace, your independence, that reminds them of what they lack. Instead of addressing their own shortcomings, they focus their energy on quietly resenting you. But that is their burden to carry, not yours. The moment you accept that their hatred is not your responsibility, you free yourself from the weight of their negativity. There is a great power in detachment. When you stop worrying about who secretly dislikes you, you regain control of your energy. You stop feeling the need to prove yourself, to seek their approval, or to engage with their passive-aggressive behavior. You realize that their resentment does not define you, that their opinions have no impact on your self-worth. Jung often spoke of individuation, the process of becoming truly oneself, separate from the expectations and judgments of others. When you focus on your own growth, your own happiness, and your own path, You naturally rise above the bitterness of those who cannot do the same. One of the best things you can do when you sense that someone secretly resents you is to stop giving them access to your emotions. Do not let them pull you into unnecessary conflicts, do not seek validation from them, and most importantly, do not lower yourself to their level. The worst thing you can do is respond to their passive aggression with anger or frustration, because that is what they want. They want to see you react, to see you question yourself, to see you engage with their negativity. But when you remain calm, when you refuse to let their resentment affect your peace, you take away the power they thought they had over you. The more you focus on your own well-being, the clearer it becomes who truly supports you and who secretly resents you. Genuine people will uplift you, celebrate your success, and stand by you in both good times and bad. Those who secretly dislike you will do the opposite. They will undermine you in subtle ways, withdraw their support when you are thriving, or try to make you doubt yourself. Pay attention to how people react when you are doing well. Do they cheer for you, or do they seem distant? Do they encourage you, or do they find ways to diminish your accomplishments? These small observations will tell you everything you need to know. Carl Jung believed that self-awareness is the key to personal freedom. The more you understand yourself, the less affected you become by the negativity of others. You begin to realize that you do not need to explain yourself, justify your choices, or seek approval from anyone. You do not need to tolerate passive aggression, hidden resentment, or silent hatred disguised as friendship. You have the right to walk away from anyone who does not truly value you. And when you do, you make space for those who genuinely appreciate your presence. Forgiveness is another powerful tool. Not for them, but for yourself. Holding on to resentment, even toward those who dislike you, only keeps you connected to their negative energy. Let them go, not just physically, but emotionally. Wish them well, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Jung understood that the human mind thrives when it is free from unnecessary burdens, and there is no greater burden than carrying the weight of someone else's hatred. You do not need to hate them in return. You simply need to remove them from the space they have occupied in your mind and move forward with grace. As you continue on your journey, remember that not everyone is meant to walk with you. Some people are only passing through, some are there to teach you lessons, and some must be left behind so that you can move forward. The more you grow, the more you will attract those who truly align with your energy, and the more you will naturally distance yourself from those who do not. Do not waste time trying to change people who are unwilling to change themselves. Do not allow their hidden resentment to take up space in your heart. Instead, focus on the people who bring you joy, the moments that bring you peace, and the path that leads you toward the life you truly deserve. So if you've made it this far, I hope this message stays with you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on more discussions about self-awareness, personal growth, and living your best life. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and remember, those who secretly hate you are not your problem. Let them go and keep thriving.